tame, a goal to have control toward authority, to bind, as whole, all, any, every, and any place or thing, completely finished to this perfected crown of this family house, tent floor plan, this revealed breath of mankind, nailed, anointed, security to connect to this chief, as who, this, he, it, as look at this one who looks. At a great sight with hands raised, he as looking toward another. Nailed, connected to this anointed one as connected, joined to, fixed, secured by, added through as a linkage, holding of curtains that formed a wall, entrance to this tabernacle, support to bear a burden, with control toward, protected by, bound to, and on authority of, as according to, in regards to, belonging to, this family plan from the beginning, rule and possession, inheritance of this chief, as created, shaped, formed, fashioned, to pair a reed for writing, new condition, transformed, birthed like soap, as of grains transformed to make potash. This arm deeded made to physically observe on his side and on this trail, from the first rule possession, to inherit, as molded into form as a potter does, to determine, created a covenant, contract, preordained, plan, distressed to get straightened, to lay, press, squeeze into shape, crush. Nailed and connected to this anointed, as joined to, secured, added through. This revealed breath of mankind, nailed and anointed to secure to this chief, as who, he. This breath indeed, thrust handiwork to do handiwork. Look at this man, as came about, come to pass, exist. Property of, possession of, hand come upon, abided and remained, came near, brought about, did, committed, to breathe after. That one that looks at a sight with hands raised, taking a long breath, to exist or have breath, that which exists or has breath. Breath is a character of someone or something. This word of mouth blowing, blown commands in seed, air and kingdom, sun and reflection, Nkkhchah given life, as something who shines light on. Spiritual, this hand, deed made and lifted up unknown waters, as turned toward one, face to face, privilege, having access to, man of rank, in front of, onto the surface of, close by, who stood, prepared. Dividing, going around, this tent door lowered from that massive lifted up sea of unknown, as prepared, preparing a way, in front, in meeting, as east, where the sun rises, in front of time, preceding, aforetime, antiquity, springing out of, derived from days of old, start of this earth, start of works, eternally, everlastingly, prior to something in space and time, first. This palm of hand curved around a staff to allow it to tame, a goal, to have control toward authority to bind, as whole, everything, a perfected crown. Housed inside this family house, floor plan, see and understand this staff of authority, as over to conquer, accordance, on account of, grounds, etc. This revealed breath of mankind, nailed and anointed to secure and connect to this chief, as he, this hand in hand thrust, this tent door, gate to see, experience, understand, this appearance as a way to wisdom, gain understanding out of testimony, to acquaint with, make familiar, make oneself understood, assure, door of one's eyes, kindred, a special understanding, skilled, and to instruct. Look at this revealed breath, man, nailed and anointed, to secure and join connected palm of hands, which hold a staff to subdue by handiwork via physical observation, thrusting inside and outside, as a palm wall, a strong palm or hand, to correct or chastise with a firm hand, strength, power, might, force, ability, substance, wealth, to rebuke, correct, to plead, reason, chasten, appoint, argue one appointed, to reprove, correct, to decide, to judge, one with rights, a right one, to give reciprocally, to argue, to justify. Nailed and connected to this anointed, this revealed breath of mankind. Nailed and anointed to secure to this chief, as he, this breath indeed thrust, look at this man, as came about, existed, exists. Look at this breath, life of this house floor plan, divided from this topmost rule, inheritance and possession, as flesh, organ, tidings, this report, good. When good news was brought, a feast with meat got prepared, unripe grapes, like a camel that can carry, gather, walk, connected to this anointed with word and of mouth, blowing with edge and command, as body, alive or not fully, back middle part of a body, used in lifting a nation, people of a nation as a back. Look at this breath and life as a sun, line, encompassing and gathering to this father, mankind, a controlling toward, to bind, yoke, by this staff, a goal, as collective, in unity, convocation, organized body, Yisrael, assembly, gathering of selves, as a picture of a sun on a horizon and gathering of light. A shepherd's staff represents authority. When a shepherd called sheep, they swiftly came to him. A staff of a shepherd as a tool of authority. With it he would direct, discipline, and protect this flock, dishonor, pasture, a place where a flock gathers. This ox, strength divided from and facing frontward to, split from this topmost rule to inherit, possess first, as footstep, sign of relation, connecting link. This revealed man and breath, deed thrust to, do handiwork, look at this man in life, as came to pass, exist, appear, arise. Behold this life, first at this topmost, first to possess, inherit, this chief split hand, with a deed, made physically to observe, this mark and sign and covenant, as first fruit, chiefest, principal thing, primacy and preeminence, first in time or part, order or rank, head of a tribe or family, passed from generation to generation. A head grants permission for the betrothal of daughters, determines an inheritor of a tribe, family, etc. Height like stars, summit like that of a mountain, possibly fruit as shaken. Of this family house, plan, inside this palm of the hand. Hand around a staff connects to this anointed one, this first man, head and person, inheritance and possession. As this firstborn, first fruits of crop or a womb, choicest dromedary which carries, born first, early fruit, eldest son, firstling, new fruit, brought forth child, this birthright, primary heir and successor. From the many chaos and waters to continue this seed, perpetuates as this heir and given kingdom, as from this unknown comes who? What? A whatness? How long? What end? Good purpose. Out of, since by reason of, expelled, lineage and heritage. More than, a musical chord, sure, as water or other liquid, such as blood and seed meaning continuance. What as what comes from something else? Portion. A large group of the same kind are stronger than one. As firm truth, a unit of measurement, time, right hand, strong hand. This breath of life of chaos, blemish, tumult, blood, fixed and secured to this anointed covenant, mark as opposite to life, penalty of sin, as sin, expire, place or state of expiration, separated from YHUH, a tree, C as chaos, a mark or sign of something as chaos mark, a length of time that something exists and ends. By this staff, controlled toward, this authority, leading and teaching to these lifted up waters, to see and understand, get covered, see this blood, nailed this anointed one to connect, as so, for sake of, in view of, on account of, for this purpose, to this intent that, in order to this end, to answer, heed, shouting, singing, supporting, testify, announcement, respond, make reply, we shua, answering graciously, to humble, to bow down, witness. This revealed breath indeed, handiwork and man, life, as came to pass, house this family and plan inside. Understand this staff of authority as over to conquer, this palm of hand around this staff allowed for authority to bind, as all this revealed breath of mankind. Nailed, anointed to secure, connect to this chief, as he. This revealed breath in life, first at this topmost, first to possess and inherit, this chief split hand to deed, made, and to physically observe this mark, sign, and covenant as first fruit, primacy, and preeminence first. From this palm physically observed and wrought, as on this condition, for due to, when since, inside this house, plan to see, understand this staff and authority, as over to conquer, climb, captives get taken back, restore. This chief and leader has binding authority, as might, holding power over others. This revealed breath of mankind, nailed and anointed to secure and connect to this chief, as he, this topmost rule, inheritance and possession to desire and breathe, as accepted favorably, willing to satisfy a debt, delight in, pleased, to consent with, reconcile, as desire. Broken pieces of pottery commonly got used as writing tablets to send messages, such as wills, desires, from one to another, usually carried by runners. Crush, to crush as a broken pottery fragment. Murder. This palm of hand curved around a staff got allowed to tame, a goal, to have control to and toward this authority, and to bind as all. Look inside this man in life, that breath mightily, like that sea lifted up, as full to fill, fulfilled, complete, accomplished, of requital, consecrated, confirmed, at this end, fenced, word. A word as a continuation of segments which fill a whole, speak an ear, first fruits, a conglomeration of ingredients for filling up. And this arm with deed thrusted, pressed from into and out of this house, in floor plan, as to sit, dwell, remain and inhabit, settle and marry, ease self, capture, a forcible turning away from a homeland, captive to take away from a land, return, turn back. Deeded, thrusted, this divided arm can change and press into a seed, sprouting in air, heirs of this kingdom, continuation, reflection, life, as neighbor to get up early, back to shoulder burden. Nailed with tent peg, anointed to connect inside, as by means of coming down from a cord, intercede, intercession, intercessor, through and to take place of, to protect as far as how. When you see this door, witness as one that goes to a tent again and again, an even or person's testimony recounting another even or person, to repeat again and again a coming together, as two are in assembly. This revealed breath of mankind, nailed and anointed to secure and connect to this chief, as he, by this palm of the hand and staff of this hand, subdued, allowed and got allowed by this mouth, word blown, spoken, and to speak as a sword, as this man, first and topmost, rule and possessor, inheriting as cover to atone at one united, to make reconciliation, propitiation, on, even further, in front of, near, well-disposed, pacify to bring a condition of peace from wrath, to purge, clear of a charge or suspicion, wash, clean, refine, purify, cleanse, free from superfluity, remove, clear away, refute, justify, vindicate, drive, to do, perform, draw out or forth, move, make ideal or pure, rid of objectionable elements or members, to expiate, fully loyal, faithful, amend to free from faults, rectify, correct, free from, out of faults, rectify, correct, set right, make better, improve of physical blemish, error, physical defect, stain, blemish, sign, mark, from out of a mark, restoration to favor, condone, as give a gift, disannul, unmake invalidation, avoiding, nullification, cancellation, a wiping out, to make nothing, a making of nothing. Mercy, as Yud-Hua's forgiveness, gift, wages to pay, pardon, lid to cover over a debt or wrong, to coat or cover with pitch or other substance, monetary bribe, etc. Village, a community outside city walls, covered with protection, frost, that which covers ground. This which got divided and can change by this protection, authority, staff, and control toward it, this anointed one by fixing and joining to, from chaos and blemish, this water, blood from lifted up waters of this unknown, as peace, completeness, soundness, content, friendship complete, made whole by adding or subtracting in a state of wholeness, to restore or make right through payment or restitution. Payment given to make a completion of an action or transaction, greeting as a desire for completeness to another. This palm of the hand curved around this staff allowed to tame toward authority to bind, as all, and by this staff, authority, leading and teaching, as into, unto, in direction towards, physically and mentally, in regard, on account of, actually into, to look, shine, star, stars used to guide, travelers to find home or such a destination, shining light of a campfire next to a tent. This revealed breath of mankind, nailed, anointed, to secure for this chief, as he, by that palm of hand, with staff, subdued and allowed, with word blown and spoken like a sword, this man first of this topmost rule, to possess, inherited, as to make reconciliation, propitiation, to cover and purge, atone, refute, clear of a charge or suspicion, to set right, restore and favor, bring a condition of peace from wrath, mercy as forgiveness from Yeshua, gift, wages to pay, pardon. In that, this, as by means of coming down, interceding, to take place of, and witness, when you see this door, to this man, life movement of water, blood, entryway of this lifted up unknown, as blood like wine as a grape plant takes water from the ground, moving it up to a fruit where water turns to blood of a fruit. Likeness, a son from a father resembles his father. This life, place where things get lifted up, waters unknown, this harvest shaken, made ready, overturned, crown of this family, house and existence, as on an altar, place sacrifices, had gotten made to YHUH, etc. Offering, slaughter, victim. Divided on this line, gathered to this father, this head and person, top man of this first house in rule, kingdom of life, as that which Who shines light on, as brought near this altar, a sacrificial present to draw near, offering, oblation, within, approach, battle, war, also as this life, sign, token, mark, miracle, signal, flag, banner, prodigy, evidence to reach out, long for, desire to extend, mark out, measure, ensign, standard, consent to come, agree, willingness to assent, mark, signature, mark on a forehead, sign of exemption, confession, sacrifice of praise, thanksgiving, offering. This revealed breath of mankind, nailed to secure and connect to this chief.